What's up, you guys?
And today we're doing some of our scary story time videos.
So we're each going to tell about 2 to 3 stories each, and some of them are with each other, some of them are of ourselves, and some of them are with our other friends.
Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. This started about a few years ago. I was probably like in 3rd grade, and this was around the time when I was home alone, like very, very often. I was home alone, and I was my chores in the kitchen, and from the kitchen you can see I went to the living room, and from the living room there's a hallway in the back. And my parents' bedroom is in the bathroom. So I was doing my normal chores, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this woman. She had black hair covering her face, a white dress ripped at the bottom, and completely barefoot. I turned my head, and she was kind of like looking straight, and she turned her head towards me, and we like made eye contact for about maybe 10 seconds, and she turned her head and walked off and disappeared. I haven't seen her since. That was like really scary for me because I've heard noises and I've like seen things, but I've never seen an actual humanly spirit. I mean, shadows are one thing, but when it's a humanly figure, it's scary.
Okay, so I think one of my scary stories was actually when I was here at Kaylee's house. So, every night, like every single time that I stay here, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't go back to bed till 5 in the morning. So it's weird because it's not even like at like 4:30, like I'm not tired, but at 5 I just like am out. And I like sometimes I fall asleep with my phone in my hand, sometimes my phone like falls out of my hand. You know, like I just like go right back to sleep at 5 o'clock. Well, this happened a while ago. I woke up at 3 a.m., which by this point I'm used to it because happens every time I come here and I spend pretty much the majority of my time here. So I like woke up at 3 a.m. and I like got up and I grabbed my phone and I was just like scrolling through Instagram. And with Kaylee's house, it's like her guest bedroom and then her bedroom. And the guest bedroom closet and her bedroom closet are like back to back, you know, like there's only a wall separating them. So I was just like scrolling through my phone and there's this like loud thud that comes from the guest bedroom closet, and Kaylee just screamed. But it wasn't like a girl scream. It was like a deep, like, man scream. Like she sounded like a man. And I turned over and she was sitting up, like leaning like this on her arm and like straight face staring at me. And I don't know like how I didn't freak out in this situation, but like something just came over me and I was like, I need to be calm. And so I looked at her and I was like, Kaylee, like you just had a nightmare, go back to bed. And she didn't say anything, she just rolled back over. Then I was just going through Instagram and I saw like something funny on Instagram on my phone, and I was just kind of like, you know, like kind of just like chuckled, sort of. And then she starts like laughing, but it's not like a ha ha ha, like a like lighthearted laugh. It's like a deep, monotone, like almost kind of sinister laugh. And I roll back over and she's leaning up again, like on her, she's like laying on her side, like leaning up, and she's like staring at me and she's laughing. And I'm like, Kaylee, stop, like what are you doing? And she's like, I don't know. And then she rolled back over and went back to bed. And then like I went back to bed at 5 o'clock when like my body finally let me. But yeah, it was just like really weird, and I still don't know how I stayed so calm.
Well, and the thing is like the next morning she was telling me all about it, and I was literally like, I had goosebumps. I was shaking because I was like, I do not remember this. Like my dream was, I don't even remember what my dream was, but I know it wasn't like demonic or like scary. So I don't understand what my body was doing. And I've never like
Sleep paralysis.
I've never had that, and I've normally never woken up at 3 a.m.
If you've never had sleep paralysis, you're freaking lucky because it sucks.
So on to my second story. Again, this is in my old house, and this is not with her. So I was home alone once again in my old house. I was watching TV. I think I was watching Victorious, and I heard like a car pull up or like a truck pull up, and then like maybe 30 seconds later, I heard a door slam shut. Like, you know when a door's open and the like it's so windy outside that like the door just slams? That's how loud it was. and it like sounded like there were these big like heavy boots pounding against the wood. It was so loud, and of course I like my little mind thought it was my dad, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna think anything of it, I'm just gonna keep watching my TV. Well, it happened all the way to the bathroom, and mind you, the bathroom is down the hallway to the right. And so he like closed the door, turned the light, and I heard like the shower go off. That's what my mind was. Okay, he's just angry, he's just like a little upset, he's like, it's fine, like it's not like a demon or anything like that. Or I wanted to make sure it was him. I got down from my bunk bed, got down, and I like went in the middle of the center of the living room, and I yelled out his name, and I like got no response a couple of times, and I checked the back door, which is the driveway goes all the way up to the back door, and there was nobody home, and the door was still closed, the light was on, and I ran to my bunk bed, and I like locked both doors, because the way the house is like there's 2 bedrooms that's connected by a wall, like only a wall separated, but there's a little hole cut out so I can go through both of them, and I locked both doors, and I just waited for him to get home, and when he did, I told him everything that happened. It was horrifying to me.
My second story actually didn't happen with Kaylee. It happened with our friend Sydney, if you guys remember her from the prank call video. I was over at her house, and we were just kind of like getting ready for bed. We were watching movies and stuff, and I fell asleep in the living room because that's where we were sleeping. And I fell asleep on the couch, and her dad wakes up really early in the morning to go to work, and in her living room, her back doors, they like swing open, and that's like it leads to the backyard, and she has 2 dogs, and she like that's where they let them go to the bathroom. So I wake up at 3 in the morning, and I have like sleep paralysis, like I couldn't move, and sometimes like I've had sleep paralysis before where I like wake up and I can't move, and I just like see like stuff moving around my room, you know, but sometimes it's like I can move my arms, I just can't move my body. Sometimes it's I can move my head, and then like those are the only like 2 kinds, I guess, that I've had. But when I was at Cindy's house, I couldn't move my whole entire body except for my eyes. Like I couldn't turn my head, I couldn't like move anything. And I just remember I had like the blanket pulled up to my shoulder, and I saw this figure of like a male standing in front of me, and I was like, from the way that I was laying, I could see like what's in front of me, and then if I like looked up, I could see like the back door and her dogs and stuff, and the back door was wide open, curtains were like blowing in the wind, and the dogs were like standing outside. The way that her house is, it's like from the back doors there's like a little drop down, and then it goes onto like the patio and stuff. So her dogs were standing on the patio, and they wouldn't come inside the house, which usually, I mean, you've been to her house.
Yeah.
Right when you open up the doors, the dogs come in, but they wouldn't come inside the house. Like they were just standing there. And I don't exactly remember if they were barking or not, but I just like, so I like looked at them and saw that they weren't coming inside the house, and I looked back at the figure, and it just kind of like moved away, like from out of my vision to where I couldn't see it. So then I just kind of like freaked out and went back to bed, and yeah, it was really scary. And then I told her about it in the morning, and she was like, that has never happened to me. And then we asked her dad when he got off work, and he's like, no, he's like, I didn't even let the dogs out when I left. So
That's
yeah.
so scary. This is like our last story that we're gonna do. We decided to do 3. This one actually didn't happen at my house either. And this didn't happen at the girl Cindy's house. This actually happened at one of my other friend's house that I won't say her name, you know, for privacy reasons. I was at her house, and once again, we were home alone. Her parents were out. We were upstairs in her bonus room. We were in the bonus room, and we were doing this thing called Video Star, which if you've seen our other videos, we explain that. If you haven't, link in the description below. We're doing Video Star, and we were doing Fireworks by Katy Perry. And we were both looking at the screen, and like our lip was like, we were saying the lip the same, so we knew like it was all the same. And the way our legs were, it was like the screen, and there was space in between us. And we finished the song, we looked back on it, the phone was glitching, like the thing was glitching so bad. The lipping was completely off. And in between the song, you could hear the girl's name. Like, completely bright as day. Like, alone. I don't think they got home till like a half hour later. Like, kept wanting to hear it back, and I like just covered my ears. We showed it to our mom, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's probably just like a mix-up in between the words, and that's how it got your name." And it's like, even if it was Katy Perry, if you know fireworks, you should know that there's no way, even if a glitch happened, it would say the girl's name.
Yeah, her name is like so far from anything that is in the song. So this one, once again, takes place here. One night at 3 a.m., Kaylee and I were, well, we always stay up till 3 a.m. Just like,
It's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing. We just like, we always stay up late and we always sleep in. It's just how we are. But one night at 3 a.m., we were hearing like all these noises in this room that is now her bedroom, but before it was the bonus room. We were just like hearing all these noises in here, and we were freaked out. So, being the dumb people we are, we were like, let's go check it out, which is like the first sign in a horror movie that you're gonna die. And we definitely thought about it. We were like, yeah, we're definitely gonna die, because this is what all the people in the horror movies do, and then they end up dying first. But we did it anyway, because
why not?
Yeah, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. Anyway, we came in here, and there's like all these sounds of like stuff getting rustled around and stuff, and we turn on the light, and her cat's in the corner playing with a paper bag, and it's really scary.
So that is all we have for today's video. We will put this as a part 1.
50 likes!
If you get 50 likes, we will do a part 2, because we have so many more scary story times. This is not even like
half of them.
Half of it. This isn't even like a little piece of it.
This is like 1/4.
This is, yeah, it's so short. So yeah, make sure to hit the like button.
Sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of what you guys want us to do next, and get this video to 50 likes, and we'll make another one. But wait, there's bloopers. You know when you hiccup and then you swallow it? I just did that. I'm too far away. But wait, there's bloopers.
Hey guys, we are editing this video we're seeing right now. This is gonna be at the end of the video, but anyways, we just realized that we had some pictures of some stuff that's happened. It's not related to the stories that we have had, but it's kind of like our own little like scary pictures that we cannot explain to this day. They're of me, and it's like in this house that I live in now, and it's really scary and I can't explain it. It's going to be right here.